Hello everyone, welcome to Pink Southern Cotton. Lorraine here and looking out my window today. It's a foggy day here in Texas. I live in North Texas and this is my little tiny front yard, and I've got some pansies planted and they're doing very, very well. Excuse me, I've been watering them quite often and feeding them every 14 days with Miracle Grow. So they are looking really, really good. And it's a foggy day here today, and it's probably in the 40s, so it has definitely turned off cool. So, of course, pansies like cool weather too. So I'm just so happy they're doing good. But today it's not about my pansies. Today's about Christmas. I'm still working on things for Christmas, and I wanted to show y'all today what I'm working on. Put my camera down. And this is what I'm working on. I'm working on some yo-yos for a Yoyo Garland I'm making. And that's what I'm going to show you guys how I'm putting that together today. Let me put my camera up a little bit higher so it's not so much in your face. There you go. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. So I've got all these yo-yos made up. As you can see, I've got different sizes. This is my 2-inch yo-yo. All these right here, and this one, and this one's 2-inch, and this one is my 1 1/4 inch yo-yo, and then I've got this little tiny one right here, that's a 3/4 of an inch yo-yo. So I'm going to push this aside, my little board of yo-yos. Don't they look yummy? That's eye candy to me, all these yo-yos. Push this aside a little bit, and I'm going to start off showing you real quick how I just lay out my yo-yos. My fabric for my yo-yos. My most favorite size to make is the 2-inch yo-yo. That's the finished size, but you'll need a circle that's 4.5 inches across to get that size. All right, and I normally just lay out my fabric with the wrong side facing up. And I get my FriXion pen. I'm just going to do a really quick little lesson on how to do my yo-yos, especially if I'm making a bunch of them, like I'm doing for the garland I'm working on. I'm making a whole bunch of them. So I'll just get my fabric and I'll just make several circles and I'll cut them out. And that way I'll have my circles my fabrics all cut out and ready to go when I go to start sewing the yo-yos together. So I'm just getting my FriXion pen. And I'm just making circles. And I'll just line them up like this, like a little assembly line. And this one was able to do 2 of them. So I'll just cut them out. And I'll keep this piece of fabric for something else. I'm going to fold this up and put it over here on my sewing machine. And I'll just cut out my little circle here. Doesn't have to be perfect, just try to follow the line the best you can. There's one. I sometimes just sit down and just make a whole bunch, draw a whole bunch of circles out and just get them all ready for me to sew up the yo-yo another day. I'll have my circles all ready and I can just pick up my little stack of circles and just start sewing. And I do the same for the other one. This size yo-yo will be, this size is 3 inches across, and it makes a 1 1/4, approximate 1 1/4 inch yo-yo. So, and I've been making a lot of the ones this size out of the white. So I do the same thing. I'll just lay this, and this is also the size of, let me show you, ribbon you normally buy in the store. like this. This is some rickrack I bought. This is basically the size of this. So you can use this if you don't have the circle cut out like I do. You can use something like this for your circle. That works just fine. So I thought I would show you that. But I'll do the same. I'll just go along and I'll just cut a bunch of these out. I'll draw them all up and then cut them out. And they'll be all ready for me to get my needle and thread and start actually putting the yo-yos, sewing them up. So that's what this is how I do it when I'm making a whole bunch of yo-yos. I'll just do it that way. Okay. Oops, sorry, I hit my camera. Almost knocked it off the stand. I'm sitting right here, straddled the camera, so it's easy for me to hit the stand because it's right here in my face. So I'm just going to add this couple. So I've already got a stack over here that I've already cut out. Just going to add this to it, and I'll save this for later and cut it. So, all right. I'm going to show you real quick on how to sew up a yo-yo, which I've already got a video out on how I make my yo-yos. But I'll show you again. I just use polyester thread, or a strong quilting thread would work too. You want something to be strong. And I'm just gonna, I've got it knotted, and I'm just gonna, you can use double or single. I'm using single, but you can, you can use double if that's what you want. I put the knot there, then I fold it right here. Then right below the knot's on the inside. This is the outside. This is the right side. I'm going to fold the edge down. And right there where this thread comes out, I'm just going to go right below it and start gathering it and just slowly folding the fabric over like that. Just do a few gathers, don't have to be perfect. Just in and out to the front and back, just like that. Go all the way around and just folding it over as you go. And you're going to go all the way around. Until you get to the other side. Yeah, I can't believe it's only a few days. Well, actually, it's like, I think it's less than 3 weeks to Christmas now. Because Christmas is on a Thursday, I believe, this year. So it's, yeah, I'm thinking it's less than 3 weeks away. And I'm still making stuff for Christmas. I've got some bookmarkers made for presents, some coasters I made, my little snowman coasters, which if you want to see how to do those, I think it's like 2 videos back. I'm giving those away, especially to my stitchy friends. I'm giving the sewing roll. Made some of these. I'm giving these away as gifts. Little sewing roll. You put your thread and your needle, and this one's a big one. You put your scissors in here. This is my favorite size because I can put my scissors in there. So I'm giving that away. Trying to think of everything I've made to give away. I'm in the process of making a sweatshirt with the Christmas tree on top. I'm working on that, which I may do a video on that That's my Hexy Christmas trees I'm working on. So I've got a lot going on, and I hope I get to share with y'all a couple more videos before Christmas. So, but for right now, I need to stay focused, and let's talk about this garland. So I've got this all gathered up. I stopped where I came all the way around and stopped where the knot was at the beginning. And I'm just gonna pull it tight like that. And I'm just gonna bring my needle in right there, right beside where I ended, and just make a loop, make another loop. I'm tying it off, and let's do another loop. Why not? Okay. And we're just going to cut that thread. Flatten this out. And there's your yo-yo. I love it. I love making yo-yos, especially when I got all these different colors. All right, now let's talk about garland. You can make garland for your Christmas tree, for your sewing room, to hang over a window. I'm going to actually put mine on my mannequin. I have a mannequin in here, and I'm still trying to name her. I'm going to show her to you in a few minutes. Some of y'all have already seen her. She stands right over here. I've got a corner over here she's in, and I need to name her. So if y'all got some good names for a southern name, I would like to have a southern name. So if y'all can think of any southern names, that would be great. I'm thinking about Lucy, Lucy or Betty or Eloise, or I don't know, Ethel. So if y'all can come up with some names, that would be great. Put it in the comments section. Help me name my mannequin over here. But I'm making this garland to drape around her neck. So that's what I'm working on. So, and you can do it. Okay, what I'm going to do, let me clear off some of this right here so I can kind of show y'all different ways that you can make garland. You can attach it with different sizes. And all different colors. You can even put a little tiny one here. And then another one. I'm just trying to give you guys some ideas. Or you can make them all the same size. Like that. Or you can even do it this way. You could do like 2 little ones like that. Then sew these 2 together and put it like that, and then do this one. And then you could do 2 little ones attached like this. Then put a big one. Then do the same over here. And then put a big one. So you can do them any way you want to. They would be beautiful on a tree, definitely on a tree, especially if you've got a sewing room that's dedicated to all your handmade items. This would look so lovely, really would. So that's just some ideas you can do with garland. So I'm going to show you how I put my garland together. Let me get this all picked up here. Oh, let me show you this real quick too. I'm thinking about doing one for my kitchen. And I got my kitchen done in gingerbread men. I've got a gingerbread house. I got some gingerbread men cookies. Well, they look like gingerbread man cookies. I've got some gingerbread buyer dolls. They're dolls holding gingerbread cookies and baskets and stuff. So, and I thought this would be so cute to do a gingerbread garland for my kitchen. And I'm going to do it in brown and white. And I think that would look so darling draped over either my cabinet draped over there on my cabinets are where my Briar dolls, they're Byers, I believe that's how you spell them. Briar dolls are at, and drape it in front of that on my buffet. So I'm still trying to think about that. So, but right now I'm trying to focus on my dress form, but that's another idea I am working on. So can you tell I'm excited about my yo-yos? I am. So the dress form I'm working on, the garland, is I'm doing it in this. I thought it looked like peppermint, and I'm adding a white one. So how I put these together is like this. I've got my thread, one strand, with my needle, and the needle needs to be pretty long, okay? So I'm just going to pick up my yo-yo, and I'm going to go in the center of the hole right here and kind of pull it from the back so you don't catch it when you go inside with the needle. I'm just going to go into the center of the hole right there, and I'm just going to go and come out where the fold is at right here. And make sure you look here, don't catch this. Don't come out the back, just come out the side here. And see, I came out through the top, so you got to kind of fiddle with it a little bit. Well, I'm having trouble with this one. I normally don't have that much trouble. There we go. Sure enough, when I'm filming, it's going to mess up, right? Okay, well, if you pull the back like this and kind of separate it, you normally won't have a problem like that. I think I got on a fold and I had a problem trying to get past that. So here we go. There, it's coming out right here. Then I take the next one, which it's a smaller one I'm going to do. And this is my, I like to make sure you guys know what size I'm using. This is the 2-inch. And this is my 1 1/4 inch yo-yo. I'm just going to lay it down, the puff side together, facing each other. And I'm going to lay it down right there where it comes out, the thread comes out. And I'm going to start sewing these two together. And what I want to do, and I'm just going to sew like right here, like maybe a 1/4 of an inch. And there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can just stitch it and do a loop stitch, you know, go over, and I'll show you. Let me show you. I'll do it this way, and then the next one I'll show you a different way. Just go back and forth and just attach them. And if the longer the garland, of course, the more you need to make sure that you have got a good amount of thread sewn here to attach each one of them, because it's going to get heavy. So we don't want them pulling apart, which I've never had one pull apart when I've sewn them together, but it can always happen. And I've never done a garland, really long garland, so and normally a garland is normally six, let me see, is it 6 feet? I believe it is 6 feet long is the average length of a garland. But I'm just draping mine over my mannequin, so it won't be very long. So I've gone up this way, and I've gone back down. I just kind of did it double, went sewed up, then sewed back down. And I'm going to just tie it off. I'm just going to make a loop. Do another one. And why not do 3? Looks good. Open it up, and there you go. Those two are attached. So I want to get the next one. Tie a knot. kind of pinch it so I can get in there without catching the yo-yo on the front and the back. And push it over to the fold. Right there. Okay, looks good. Then we'll take this and lay this on top because I want it to attach here. Lay that on top like that. Now I'm going to show you another way to sew it on. And this one, if you really want it to be really, really neat, this will be the route to go. So I'm just going to go here, going through both the fabric, and I'm going to make a loop. It's kind of like I'm tying it off, but I'm not. So I'm going to go through again, and I'm just going to catch it. Go through both the pieces of fabric again. Bring it in the loop. And I'm just going to continue sewing it this way. And I'll show you the difference on how this looks. It looks neater on the back. So if you really want it to look neat, this is the way to do it. But if it doesn't matter to you, do it the other way. Just go back and forth. Okay. And it's actually kind of tying it off on each stitch when you do it that way. Alrighty. So let me show it to you. And that's how that looks. Can you see how neat that looks? And this side is the other one where I just go in, come around, in, go around, in, come around. You just go through both the two pieces of fabric, then just go back around and just looping it. Either way works, but this is the neatest way to do it, which I like this way. That's how it looks on the front. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys how much I've gotten done already. I'd already started working on this garland, and it's turned out super, super cute. Here it is. Isn't this pretty? I just love it. So I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to make it. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I've already got 13 of the large yo-yos sewn up with the small ones. So I imagine that's about 13 of them too. I may add 4 or 5 onto it. So let me see. If I add another white one to this one, I can just go ahead and add this to it. And I think that will do it. Just go ahead and do that real quick. And then we'll go hang it on my little mannequin over here. I may make another one for her. Just depends. Okay. Let's get this sewn on real quick. Getting excited about Christmas. And when you have grandchildren too that are little, my grandbabies are 5 and 3. They are so excited about Christmas. And their little eyes just light up when they come over here and see my Christmas tree with all the presents underneath it. It just makes me so happy. They're just so cute. Children are just so sweet. They are definitely a blessing from the Lord. Especially grandchildren. Oh my goodness, that's another. Oh, you grandparents out there, you know what I'm talking about. Nothing like having grandchildren. It's like you're reliving raising or seeing your children grow up again. I mean, it's like you're being a part of that process again. It's wonderful. All right. Here we go. Got that sewn on. Okay, and now I'm going to attach these 3. I just finished on camera for you guys to this, and we're going to call it quits for this one. Whoops, I need to hide my knot. I'm getting in a hurry. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Okay. I'll lay that on top of there. And let's get to sewing. Sitting here in front of my window, I can hear all the cars going by. A lot of people out today. I imagine they're going shopping. I went out yesterday. I went to Hobby Lobby looking for my Kona fabric. I buy it from Amazon, and well, Amazon sells it, but I normally buy it from Hobby Lobby, and the white is very hard to come by right now. So they had 2 yards left, so I went and bought that. So, and I bought some, oh man, what did I just do? I bought some Kona fabric, like flesh color. I think it was called sand was the color, because I'm going to be working on a Tilda projects coming up soon. So got all those Tilda books. I've got a whole stack of Tilda books I got off of Amazon. They were on clearance or something one day, and I went crazy and bought a bunch of them. So I'm going to be making something out of there real soon. So I got the fabric to do that. So put my needle right there. Okay. All right, here's my garland. I think that's all I'm going to do on this one, because I don't want it super long for my mannequin. I just want it to drape over her shoulders. So let's go over there to my mannequin. Let me see how I'm going to do this. Hold on. Okay, you guys. Let's put this over her. This is my mannequin, and it's got my sister's wedding dress, my oldest sister's wedding dress is on here. Isn't this beautiful? And this is her veil. So I'll just put that on top. And putting that like that on there. Let's see how that looks. Oh, that looks so pretty. I like that. I really do. So I'm thinking I'm going to make one more. You could even drape it like that. One or two. But I like this. I'll just drape it like that. So I think that's plenty long for that. Okay, well, I hope you guys had fun making this garland with me, and I hope you guys make one. Like I said, it'd be nice to have it for on a Christmas tree or on, you know, hanging on the over the door, or putting it on a mannequin like I just did, or even what I'm planning on doing with my my brown and white ones. Doing one for the kitchen for my gingerbread display. Be so cute. Well, I will talk to you guys later. Have fun stitching, and y'all have a blessed day, and have fun making these garlands. I think it'd be so cute. All right, God bless. I'll see you soon. All right, bye-bye now, and keep on stitching. Bye.